But that is going to be a switching of sides as University of Hartford is going to be on the blue team here, defending first against Whitehawks as we head into this Route 66. I think that the spam style is probably going to work a little bit better on this map. Great sight lines and good areas of punish for like a sojourn.
I agree. This is going to be very spam based, and I'm guessing you're going to see both teams play basically what they've been playing. They're going to play the Sojourn Genji. I could see maybe you see Warhawks try to go more of a bit of a dive comp and play maybe a Monkey or a Diva. Diva has been very good, especially in ranked. I don't know if it's better than Zarya, but if they feel like that they're not able to win the spam battle, going this dive comp might be able to try to counter it.
It might be the only solution at that point, and I think that Diva is a very strong option. But with that Zarya being able to just beam you down without any sort of defensive ability, you're gonna have to play very intelligently. And as we've seen so far, it seems like they're more of a Winston Zarya, or sorry, a Reinhardt Zarya player. So it's gonna be interesting whether or not if they opt for that dive, whether they choose for the Diva, a little bit more aim intensive and positionally focused tank, versus something like a Winston in which it's kind of I mean, as the community says, a no aim, no brain, Winston Main type of situation. We'll have to see which one they opt for here.
I mean, it seemed like whoever was playing Ana, I think that was that Griff maybe
I
that's
think
playing
it
the
was
Ana? I
Griffin. Adam was on the Baptiste for
think
the
it was, yeah.
majority.
Well, if they want to play the Ana, you can play to farm nano and dive engage, and you can see maybe Echo coming out here. And I mean, there's a lot of things you can run on this map. It's a very versatile map. You can run the dive, you can run the spam. I've seen teams try Brawl. I don't know if you want to do Brawl,
Ooh,
but you
that
can
could be
basically run
spicy.
everything.
Yeah, and the versatility of the map is definitely going to speak a lot to their coaching staff and whether or not they have somebody like Ted's cousin speaking in their ear, telling them the options that they have, as well as the fact that whether or not they've scrimmed it before. A lot of these collegiate teams, strapped for time, strapped for cash, don't have the opportunity to have a full-on wait staff with them, allowing them to have the information necessary as to the matchup and what's going to happen coming forward in the future. But University of Hartford in a similar boat, we'll have to see which one of these guys are going to be able to prevail coming up here. And it seems as if there are some talks about issues with the server, maybe some lag, so we might have a little bit of a break here. How are you doing, Tez Cousins? It's been a while since we've talked.
I'm doing pretty good. Checking that real quick. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Going through everything, getting some stuff with college done, but it's very nice to be here. Watching some Overwatch and seeing how this team plays. I mean, this is a team I've been following a lot, and they seem to be doing really well. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for the continual support. As a reminder, this is brought to you by the twitch.tv/airculver staff. We're a small team, we're burgeoning, and we definitely love your support. So if you're here watching live, thank you so much. You can hit the follow, gift a sub, throw out some biddies in the chat, throw some love, any sort of support, even just a tweet, remention, retweet, anything like that would be very much appreciated. If you're watching this over on the YouTube, check us out. Mostly on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting at 7 o'clock, we are going to have normally scheduled casting of these games. And it's going to be a great time. We really just love the chat energy. You're able to submit a question for our chosen player of the week at the end of every single match. Technically, there's two, but don't tell anybody. But we have an incredible team here that we've been following for a while. 3-0 in their current season, looking to catch a fourth dub here as they do equalize. And it looks like we're going to be ready and going into Route 66 here.
Yeah, I mean, they have to have this momentum coming off that map. Really doing a very good job at rotating the results, making sure they always are in the advantage, and really playing the way they want to play, and not trying to force themselves to play what Warhawks want to play, but really just playing what they think will get them the win. And it's shown on the last map that they did what they wanted to do, and I mean, they won the map.
Absolutely. And it's definitely going to be real interesting to see whether or not they can stick to that future domain. As shout out to all my Jujutsu Kaisen fans in the chat. That future domain that you see in your mind, you know you want to play the game. You have the idea of, as is from Ford versus Ferrari, that perfect lap, that amazing game, that 40K bomb, that huge option that you can see in your mind. But how do you implement that in reality? It's tough, but we're definitely going to see something new and different here out of the University of Hartford. Super Vader in the game, True Blade 16 taken out for a map, and opting for the Winston Anna here instead of the Baptiste out of Combalaxy. It's definitely going to be an interesting stylization choice, especially on defense here.
Yeah, I mean, there's just one word to explain this comp, and it's monkey. It's always fun. We get to see the monkey, them great. What's happening, and it's gonna be more of a interesting comp.
Absolutely.
I just tried to play a bit spammy with the monkey, which I don't fully understand. But you know, take the space. Good.
Absolutely. We're also going to see Adam opting off of the typical the typical flex support that he was playing last game with the Baptiste, instead going to the Lucio with the Moira. That's definitely going to be an interesting heal line for this Winston. Don't know if they're going to be able to get too aggressive as they get away from that healing option. How are they going to take space here?
I mean,
As,
Mars interesting pick, but Barkin one really five here, going to be able to kill another, and yeah, like UHart is trying to play spam with a dive tank, and Warhawks are just trying to play dive with a dive tank. So
Yeah, definitely an interesting option here. I would love to see Nift going onto a dive character. I've seen some really oppressive things in pugs and scrims from him before. His tracer is quite simply insane. That anti-nade coming out from Galaxy looking for something, but just lands on top of Big Earls, not catching anything.
and it seems like there will be a contest here. Genji's gonna try to touch. It might. Monkey is going to touch. Get on the point, going after the Genji, trying to get this pick. Monkey is going to be sitting behind him, as we see Nif. Maybe is he on off angle? I can't tell. I can't see through walls, but he's going to make some space here.
Yeah, and I don't even know if he was on off angle, but it seemed like there was almost 3 people from the UHart team stuck top left, just eating that monkey, and not really being able to do much as the dive is coming out a lot stronger from Whitehawks here than University of Hartford opting for this defensive dive, which is not working very well.
I mean, yeah, I don't really fully understand, but Nift is going to swap up to the Tracer, which I do like.
Love
Almost
that.
getting the kill on the... Jules needs to back out, but I like this comp a lot more now.
Ooh, but Devin is able to find a huge early pick onto that Zenyatta. The Zenyatta not having any way to even deal with it whatsoever. Just kind of
Yeah,
eating that pulse.
Nift matching this Tracer really well, but Tracer is going to begin the backline, and I mean, they're just diving better.
Yeah. I think it's really, really important to point out that as we move into Overwatch 2, you can't really play Tracer like you did in the past. You can't have your Diva or your Zarya, your off-tank deal with that Tracer punishing your backline. Your Tracer has to be the one dealing with the Tracer, or at the very least covering those angles so that they can't find the space to just run around rampant in your backline. So Nift is definitely going to have to flex over to that mind state and be able to deal with the Tracer in some way. Whether or not it's directly killing them, as they seem to be doing as they're playing this game with cat and mouse. Nift getting distracted and going to point instead, though.
Yeah, they're look so much more comfortable in this comp. This is probably what they like to play, and it's really showing here. But the Tracer's gonna get so low, Nift is gonna try to chase, just not be able to get him, and will die to Griffin's blade.
That is brutal. That Tracer got so insanely low. I would love to see the health on that. Blackout, however, coming out with the an incredible blade, actually. Sorry, from Become Base, finding 3, and this is gonna stem the tide. Definitely important to cut off this blood loss. Become Based finding 4 there. Not necessarily if he gets the 4th. He honestly just needs to reset here. As, yeah, that was a huge play in general by Become Based, but important overall for the flow of this map. As we enter into 3 minutes on the second point hold here, they got to find the purchase here and actually take some space, as UHart is looking into the only option, as the card is really dangerously close to capping second.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very big fight to win, as he's gonna try to go in the post, getting on the Lucio. He dies before the post can even kill anyone, but Super Vader with a double kill here. Monkey's super low. Monkey will go down, and Devin, I'm guessing, no, pulsed himself.
I think that he got 2 with that pulse, as only the Ana goes down. But yeah, that's going to be a pulse trade from both sides. Sadly, Nift isn't able to get any from that, but the position was just so solid from the Monkey that they were able to just yoink that final kill on the Lucio. But yeah.
Nift getting a kill very early on. I was about to say, no advantage to either team coming in here, but all of a sudden there is an advantage. Lucio is going to get down. Nift is going to get 2 in this fight. Griffin will be able to get Blackout here on the Zenyatta, but it looks like it's too late.
Yeah, still means that they're down 2 as Super Vader's able to find a 3rd onto that Moira. I think the inherent advantage that they always have is just kind of Nift _FPS _OW playing in this lobby. UHart is always going to utilize that, not as necessarily as a crutch, but definitely as something that they know and understand, that Nift can just get it done when it's necessary. This
I
other
mean,
team has
yeah,
played very smart around this Tracer.
as Nift is the big man in basketball, he's also the big man in this map right now. Being able to get a
Yes,
lot of picks and really holding them on the second point much better than they did the first two.
absolutely. And hopefully later we're able to get maybe a little bit of insight about Nif's basketball prowess from our main man basketball player, Adam Culver. But instead we're going to be focusing on this game right here. As Super Vader jumps in, antied in the back line. Makumbe's getting incredibly low, but Nift finds another pulse. Fight after fight
here.
onto the Moira.
And Adam is just running around there. And Park is gonna go up. Nift right now is just bouncing their heads off the ground like a basketball would.
Wow. Yeah, just playing like an absolute Viennese specialist, deep inside of their mental, like he's living there rent-free. An incredible performance from Nift so far as he finds this purchase on the Tracer. Did not see it earlier in the game, but definitely very viable right now. I'm glad that they didn't go with the spam for long. This dive has been so much more kinder to them.
Yeah, I mean, Devin on the Cassidy, very interesting pick. There's no longer a flashbang, so you're not going to use that. But the blade is going to come in the background. Griffin is going to be able to kill. Become base playing slow with a blade of his own. Maybe uses it. Seems like they're going to try to play a little bit slower here. Maybe regroup, get a recontest.
Yeah, but it's still completely even aside.
Vader.
Ooh, as Super Vader goes down. Now down one. University of Hartford's going to have to regroup, but I see the Genji crouching.
Base in the back. Don't peek. Did they know you're there? Oh, he's making.
I think that they heard.
They did hear.
The Anna just wastes anti-nade for nothing.
What's happening?
The Nano comes in.
Here, trying to kill
Oh,
the
he
Genji, but he gets
slapped!
slipped.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my.
Adam's doing absolutely huge. Galaxy Armor
kill
finds it on Adam.
Oh my god, what a play. 2 kills going for the side of UHart now too.
Oh.
And they C9.
It's gonna be a Charlie Niner. An incredible last fight that I couldn't even keep my mind on. That was incredible. The sleep coming onto the Nano Genji as he's blading. Doesn't matter, however, as Galaxy kills the enemy Anna, and then a Primal comes out from Bark on the side of Whitehawks, but isn't enough to touch the point and keep them in the fight as they end off not even capturing second point after a huge second point hold on the side of University of Hartford. That was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping for a very scrappy fight here, but unlike Nift, I mean, they missed their shots.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that just comes from the unbelievable pedigree. They say that he was hitting shots even inside of his mother's womb. Nift_FPS_OW just going absolutely huge on whatever character he plays. But you have a special place in that heart if you've ever seen Nift play Tracer. And you're definitely seeing Jordan with the flu game here as Nift is flexing back over this character that I don't even think we've seen once throughout his 3-game run so far. Interesting to see that he still has it, as it looks like he's going to be going for a grapple shot at a spawn here as he's on the Widow.
Yeah, I will say though, that sleep from the side of Warhawks was nutty. That was
Absolutely insane.
That sleep. But the trans came out and saved him, so...
Yeah, a couple more like that in the future might be the way in which Warhawks win, but for now, it doesn't seem very likely, as that one just kind of came off out of random. Here's Nift going for the grapple.
Trying to look for a pick. Is he gonna stay on the Widow? I hope so. He's
I
hitting.
hope so too.
Gonna try to hit some shots, but maybe nope.
Ooh, waves at the spawn like he's looking at his casters. Oh, is he? Yeah, he's gonna be swapping back over. Probably, hopefully, opting for the Tracer here. Seems like it would fit very well with the rest of their. But it goes over to the Sojourn actually.
Sojourn, interesting pick, and they're gonna go Diva.
Ooh.
This is different. That's all I can say. But
Yeah.
you know, there's a shield they can farm off of. They're running Cassidy for a reason I can't determine, and they're playing more of a brawly comp, trying with a. I don't know what's going on here. This is just total mayhem at this point.
I was about to say Super Vader looking like me on Diva, but actually he gets incredibly low and doesn't get a pick, so that's weird. All that coaching kind of going for naught, but Nift looking like me on Sojourn as he finds a headshot onto Griffin on the Reaper here. However, they traded up.
He's gonna try to look for another one.
Base.
Oh man, that would have been an insane shot, as Devin is gonna kill once, so he finally does something on the Cassidy.
Yeah. An interesting choice of Cassidy here. I mean, if you're able to hit shots, you're able to hit shots, but doesn't have the same utility that it did over in Overwatch 1. Getting incredibly low right now, but does manage to find the headshot onto the Diva, and that's going to be 3 down with 1 out of mech. But Kumbe's finding 1 and getting out. For the
I will say this Cassidy pick is looking a lot better than previous, but he is somehow still low after taking... Okay.
Tragic.
You know,
Yeah,
very good hold so far here from Warhawks. We'll see if they'll be able to keep it up. With the ult advantage, I mean, they should be able to do very well here.
absolutely. I mean that amplification matrix is gonna be really big on the side of Adam, or sorry, not Adam, on Butter Nugget. Hopefully they're able to use it similar to the way in which Adam has been using it in previous fights throughout the game. Diva just getting pushed off. However, Nift finding another headshot onto that Reaper.
Griffin. Yeah, Griffin and Nift finding 2. Will he be able to find any more? This is definitely going to turn the fight. Trying to get that Sigma. As a Lance and Window is going to come out. Zen is very up there. Somehow doesn't die. Ana does die here. Trying to kill Zen. He's getting killed 2. Stark's going to be able to get 2 here. Devin's going to be able to come and kill another. And a Flux. Yeah, they use that.
Yep, and the UHart backline, not afraid of a lot, but that man, the amplification matrix, scary. Definitely scary for the UHart backline as both of them go down to easy shots from the Sigma. Ah, man. Looking like
Yeah, I mean,
my Sigma out here on Bark.
I'll tell you what though. UHart has 4 ultimates coming into this fight. In a
It's
fight
gonna
that
be how they use it,
is
though.
going to be big, and they can't stack them because the Transcendence will just remove all of it. So we'll see how they play this.
Absolutely. Hopefully they're able to bait out the trans in some fashion, or just
They'll
kill the
kill
Zen
kill
outright.
him.
Ooh, but that stick, bringing him down to 20 HP, doesn't even get the nano. It doesn't actually really need it. The trance coming out from UHart, however, as 5 do go down, that's going to be a clean team kill. Like, hopefully they planned on using that trance for some reason, but I don't see why. But you won the fight, so
Yeah,
big
I
ups, I
mean,
guess.
Become Base reminds me of Pine right now. Pine, very quiet player until he just absolutely pops off, and it's something that I think is very useful to this UHart team. Where if Nift isn't getting the kill, Become Base is in there being a big play.
Yeah, but you have to really hope that those ebbs and flows, those peaks and valleys of performance are going to be coinciding with one or the other not doing well, as Nift once again finding a headshot. It's free on that win, or sorry, the Reaper.
Just
Become Phase finds another.
sleep into the DM. Now no abilities. Become Base finding Zen again. Become Base is Adam's worst nightmare right now.
Absolutely, Adam absolutely afraid of the fact that there is a Genji capable of dealing with him in this game. Ooh, getting that Diva out of mech would have been very, very large, but the Baptiste does go down late in that fight. And they're in a very poor position here. Warhawks not in the safest position as the cart gets dangerously close and a nano still online as well as an overclock. They're gonna have to find an alternative route to get onto the point here.
Nano into Diva. The trance is gonna come out, but Diva's gonna be at a mech.
Ooh, and Kabauta goes down to the
down.
Reaper. Ooh, headshots don't matter if
Nift
you're inside a
by 2.
trance.
And that will be it.
Insane.
UHart will be able to find another map win here to take it to 2-1. Really a switch around from that first map, really being able to play what they want, and I mean they made it work here.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was an incredible game. We're gonna see the play of the game here from Become Base. Can't even pick which side it was, but it's gonna be a Blade moment. Getting that nano late, finding 2, 3, and maybe a 4th onto this Genji. An incredible performance, not only from Nift, but from Become Base. Just a really, really solid job overall. And it does seem like there's going to be a 5-minute bio. So if you're in chat, go get some water, stretch your legs. You can come back later. If you already have all of that, I'm going to have some memes for you in the meantime. We don't have any sponsors, but if you are at twitch.tv/airculver, drop a follow, hit the notification bell, and drop a sub if you can. Remember, Prime Gaming, free sub every single month to your favorite streamer. And I can guarantee you that's right here at twitch.tv/airculver. So thank you all so much for the support so far. Speaking of which, can I get Air Culver back in the chat? It's been a little lonely without him, I'll be honest. If we can get an unmute from Air Culver, and maybe we can get to some talking about the accolades of Nift_FPS_OW.
Nift FPS on Twitter, Nift in game, Nift_FPS_OW in our hearts. He's kind of been popping off. Like when I saw that Transcendence come out during that final fight there, I was really wanted to see how Nift would how he would fare, but he literally did not care, and he found 2 headshots, I believe, on both of the DPS perhaps. I know one was Reaper, might have been an Ana, but he just absolutely kind of crushed their hopes and dreams with his overclock.
Sorry, just grabbing a bite for my food. Wanted to utilize that time a little bit. to just have some food, some delicious food from HelloFresh. Shout out to not having a sponsor. But I would like you to continue talking a little bit about the accolades of NIFT. We've been talking throughout the game so far. Ted's cousin, a former friend of NIFT, probably still a friend. Sorry if I put it in a wrong way. But
I only
we,
unfollowed him for like 1 week. Don't worry.
okay. Understandable, but in that 1 week, he talked quite a bit, and he's talked to both of us quite a lot about his previous performance in everything that he's done in his life. We've talked about him being an elite SEAL team level sniper, an incredible basketball player who's played overseas and at the D1 level here in America. Are there any other things that spring to mind in your extensive knowledge, Adam, of dealing with NIFT that really screams to his tenacity and prowess when it comes to playing Overwatch?
Yeah, well, what so many people don't realize is that NIFT he's actually one of the best drummers I've ever met. Like when you
Wow.
see him,
Okay.
when you see him on that drum set, like there's nothing he can't do.
I mean, he's looking like
I
Miles Teller in that movie, right?
That movie.
I cannot remember the name of the movie.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
As we were
Oh,
talking
my.
about all of the accolades of NIFT FPS, aka NIFT, aka NIFT _FPS _OW, Alex Dial in chat just drops another 10 gifted subs. Absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal.
I'm gonna have to tell you what. Me. Next time I see NIFT, we're gonna have a drum off going on here.
Oh, and that would be a drum off for the ages. Probably
It
gonna
would
make it into a
be.
Tenacious D video about how energetic that drum off would be. I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest drummers of all time. He's played for every single major band as just like a walk-on. He goes to concerts, stands in the crowd, and I mean, it's hard not to see him. We're talking about a 7'2", absolutely jacked human being who's played basketball for almost every single year of his life, standing in the crowd. And I mean, what are you gonna do when you're a Black Sabbath, you're a Wolf Mother, you're one of these illustrious bands who sees a man that jacked in the crowd, to call him up stage, see what he's about. And NIFT every single time lays down a drum line like we're going off to war back in 1776 against the British, absolutely annihilating every single beat pattern that I've ever seen in my life. We're talking about a god in every single aspect of the word. NIFT is incredible, an utterly incredible gamer, fantastic human being to be around, and a wonderful conversationalist, honestly.
Now, there is one field of NIFT that we have yet to talk about.
Mhm.
We haven't talked about how great he is at hiking. He's the only person I've ever met to hike Mount Everest. And
Yeah,
you want to know
casually
something?
too.
He did it with no oxygen tanks, with no companions, with no sleep. One trip, one morning, he just said, "You know what? I'm feeling for it. Let's go hike." And he just got up from his desk. He was like, "I'm gonna take a break from Overwatch." Started walking all the way to Mount Everest, and was like, "All right, I'm gonna climb you." And then he just
Yeah.
started trudging. He did it in shorts and a Dallas Fuel hoodie.
Wow, an incredible
Yeah, I
gamer,
mean,
an incredible performer.
when you have calves like that, like you can do whatever you want. He could probably climb up to the moon for all we know.
Yeah, I've heard that he's walked up K2 vertically with no rope, not even putting his hands down out of his pocket. An incredible gamer. I mean, I have an incredible story. One time, me and Nick were on the campaign trail for Bush back in '96. An incredible time, real lot of fun. He's an incredible speechwriter, by the way. Really funny, knows how to land a punchline. And we were sitting in the campaign office for a little bit, and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm just gonna get some milk." And I said, "Okay." And remember, we're in New Hampshire at this point. We're on the campaign trail. We're running our rounds, just trying to make these speeches day to day. And it comes back 2 hours later, not 2 days, 2 hours later, and we're up in New Hampshire. He brings back a jar of milk that says New York City. I'm like, that's crazy. 2 hours? And he's like, well, I kind of took a break halfway through. He took a break halfway through and came back with some classic New York milk. An incredible time spent with NIFT. I'm so glad that he has called University of Hartford his home, and an incredible friend to be around on a daily basis.